Good afternoon. This is Leonard Buchanan, Southern New Hampshire University PR program. Today I'm going to be doing a SWOT analysis and I'm going to be looking at my current position. I work for the Department of Defense. The Department of Defense, as you know, it defends our country. There are various departments within the Department of Defense, and as a civil service worker, qualifications could put you in any one of those positions, which can be great, especially if it's one that you applied for and one that you really like. So I'm going to be doing a SWOT analysis and looking at those systems and some of the internal communications. The first thing is the strengths. Strengths working for the Department of Defense is, hey, you're doing the patriotic thing. You are working for your country. You're not enlisted, you're not officer, you're not even in the military. You don't have to wear the uniform, but you are serving your country. And you're working side by side with those veterans. That's a great feeling for a lot of people. Another one of the strengths is the pay may not be great, but the pay matching with the benefits, the time off, working on the government calendar, the holidays. It's a great system, especially if you're like me, a veteran who's already been in the system and is used to. So for veterans, it's almost like the only thing I don't do now is put the uniform on. I dress as a civilian. Another one of the strengths within the system is the medical care. You get medical benefits, you get dental benefits, you get a 401k. Yes, you pay for them, but they're just the equivalent, if not better, than the civilian counterparts, matched by the government. Now, some of the weakness is, well, promotion. There is not necessarily room for promotion, and you don't get promoted based on merit. The only way you're going to really get promoted is to apply for a new job within the system. Myself, I'm a GS5, and the only way I'm going to get promoted is if I apply for a new job as a GS6 or a GS7. Within the GS5, you're not going to get promoted. You will just see an annual pay increase. Now, some of the opportunities. The opportunities there, you're working for the government. You could work anywhere in the world. If there is an opening for any particular job that you qualify for, it's advertised on usajobs.gov, you could get that job. So let's say you wanted to work in Hawaii. Hey, apply for it. Maybe you'll get it, and you could be working in Hawaii. You could be working in Europe. You could be working in Asia. It's a great opportunity there. Now, some of the threats, well, the budget. The budget's always being fought in Congress. If a budget is not signed or reached, especially with a military Department of Defense increase, your pay could remain stagnant. Typically, we might get a 1 to 2% pay increase, which is not much, but it is par for the course as a government worker. You could also be on a forced furlough. Let's say a deal is not reached on the budget. You could be told, don't come back to work for another 3 days and then come in for 2. But you're not going to get paid for the days you're off because the government doesn't have the money to pay you. So that is certainly a threat that lies over the government workers. Now, communication. Of course, the Department of Defense gets orders. Those orders come from Congress, come from the president, and they come down the chains of command. They tell us what we need to do in each particular department, and that is filtered down through the communication chain from the supervisors down to the leaders, down to the workers. Mission has to be accomplished. It's the military. Mission accomplishment is the only answer. If you do not accomplish the mission, there's going to be hell to pay. Communication as far as workers goes, you get 2 feedbacks a year before your evaluation. So you typically should not be surprised when you get your evaluation if you're getting those 2 feedbacks. If you don't get them, it is up to you to tell that supervisor, listen, I did get my feedback. You need to tell me what I'm doing good, what I'm doing bad, and where I'm not meeting it and where I'm great, so we can address those things. So hopefully this cleared up and brought some light into the GS civil service system. Again, it's a great place to work. Communication is there. However, sometimes it does fall through the cracks, but it's a team effort. Feedback, I would say, is the major component for feedback within the Department of Defense. Feedback to your supervisors, and they may send it upwards if there are difficulties. So, again, this is Leonard Buchanan.